Paco Podcast. Midnight Paco. Midnight Paco Podcast. Midnight Paco Podcast. See a trucker, blast a trucker. Hey, life. Sandra is also Puerto Rican.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Midnight Paco Podcast. As always, you can follow me at Justin Fuller Comedy on all platforms.
I am the _great _COREE. That's where you can find me. Or you can find us both at the Midnight Paco Podcast.
That's right.
As you can see, we have a special guest in the house.
Yes, we do.
Fellow comedian.
What?
Director.
Say it again.
Movie maker.
That's right.
Man, this dude is so... I'm going to let him introduce himself and give all his other accolades. You know, a father.
Writer.
That's important. Writer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Raymelle Adams in the house. Yeah. Where can they find you, man?
You can find me anywhere. You can find me on Google.
You
can Google my name, Raymelle Adams.
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram as the real Raymelle Adams, but Facebook as Raymelle A. Adams. But honestly, you can just Google me as Raymelle Adams and everything will come up. You get all the movies, everything.
Doing big things.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you being here, sir.
Yes, sir.
I got it. Where is the button?
I think the top.
This one.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, sound like bacon grease. Yeah, that's the one. But you know, it's like you got so many movies that's out here, and basically what you're doing is you are. I don't know if you realized it or even looked at it this way, but you are like giving hope to people that probably felt like they never would be on screen or never would be in a movie or anything like that. And you don't realize how much that can impact someone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Like you putting people in films that probably thought they'll never look at, themselves. Like when you premiere a movie and they come and they see themselves on the big screen, it could change their life. You know what I'm saying? You never know the impact it can have on someone. Mm-hmm. So basically what you're doing is you doing like you're making stars. You will start making stars. You just spreading it, and that's dope, and that's a big accomplishment. I don't know if you ever looked at it that way, but you should be proud of that, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you. Well, I have looked at it like that from the simple fact of I think about it myself. I've always been the type to put myself in a shoe that may not be there. I mean by that is if I wasn't the director, if I wasn't the producer, how would I feel being an extra in this movie?
Okay.
As an extra, when you see that movie, you're like, am I going to be able to be seen? You're always worrying about being seen as an extra.
Right.
So I don't do extras.
Okay. Okay.
My extras, they be seen and they have something to say.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I follow what you're saying.
I always said, so if your family go to the bathroom or whatever, they still gonna see you.
Okay.
You're gonna be in that movie. I never did that. I always let an extra face be seen, whether they got a gun or whatever they doing.
Yeah.
They looking around, and I put that camera on their face.
Right.
Because it's almost like you kind of tear a person down when they done told so many people that, hey, I'm in this movie, and they say, hey, I didn't see you. Right. Or, man, he was in there a quick second, man, I didn't even see you. So, you know what I mean? When you got something that's meaningful, you didn't put your time to, I like to give people their time and have them people be like, man, I seen you in there, man. You was nice, man. That was cool, man. You look good, man. That was a good movie, man. You did all this and did all that, and I thought you said you was an extra. I was, but
right. I get
had
that.
me do this and had me do that,
Right,
and
right,
you know,
right.
what I mean, that makes somebody feel more worthy, and then they're able to stretch out and grab more. But only thing is, everybody's not like that.
Right.
So the next thing they grab may not be like, they might just be an extra.
Right,
They might
right.
just be
Just
sitting there
background.
and just doing some goofy and
acting like they're having a conversation.
right. They ain't really saying nothing, some goofy stuff.
Hey, let's
You know.
touch back on that. So just just to let people know, like who is Raymelle Adams? Let us know.
Yeah, like when did you like even start doing any of this?
Well, to be honest, I started doing this at the age of 11 because I was writing stories that made sense. Didn't know what God was prepping me for. This is all God. This is nothing new. God was prepping me for that. I was writing stories that made sense. And my mom probably gonna see this, so I'm probably gonna get a whooping. But me and my best friend, we would cut school and listen to her records and act out skits for some reason.
What kind of records were they? Comedy records?
No, they were just old school records, like old school songs and stuff like
Woman
that.
to Woman?
Nah, like older. Like some Isley Brothers, some Fred Sanford. Oh, she had all kind of stuff, man. It was like you can name anything. And we were acting skits out. Some like Bionic Man, the slow motion song, all kind of, we were doing slow motion. I would go in the bathroom, put some water on my face, and like it looked like sweating, and be going in slow motion, and So, and then it was just like what y'all doing now, laughing.
Yeah.
It's still funny.
Yeah.
But for me now, it's like God was preparing me
Right.
for what I'm doing now.
Absolutely.
We did that quite often. Not all the time cutting school.
Right.
It would just be, we just did it often. And then later in the years, not too much later, I did a play in school, and I was in drama in school. No offense to nobody, but Dracula's white. Yeah, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Dracula's white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
From Transylvania.
Or Castlevania, what the fuck they call it? Somevania.
Yeah.
One of them fucking
One of those
Vanias.
places.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
No, not Pennsylvania.
Okay. Transylvania.
Nah, it'd be in Pennsylvania. That motherfucker ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
But,
Represent.
one of them motherfucking Vanias. And I had a best friend. I ain't gonna say his name, but this motherfucker, if he ever see this, he know who the fuck I'm talking about. You punk motherfucker, But I liked you then. I never even, felt good to get that out. Never said that.
Get it out, man.
But him and I was best friends, and we both went out for the play, and we both went for fucking Dracula. I won.
Nice.
So that changed to Dracula being black.
Blackula.
Yes. I still haven't talked to this motherfucker.
Because of that?
That was in elementary.
That was because of
That
that?
was in that was in junior high school. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that motherfucker stopped talking to me, man.
Really?
Yeah, he moved his desk and all kind of shit, man.
What?
Yeah, man.
When you
Yeah,
say move
fuck
this
you. Is that what you said? Fuck you. Yeah.
I wasn't, I was cussing. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
messed
I ain't gonna
up.
lie, because I know my mom gonna see this. It's a lot of shit that's gonna be on me, y'all. Y'all
Yeah,
just keep.
Wait, when you said move
She
this
already got
desk,
a
you
little
talk about the desk that used to open up like this?
You got that mad
Yeah,
over
he
some
opened it up.
Dracula.
Yeah.
You
Crayons and shit all
whiny
everywhere. He
motherfucker.
moved it and
Really?
sacrificed crayons, falling everything, books everywhere, all off.
Boo.
So yeah, fucking boo him, fuck him. I ain't gonna say his name, but you know who you is. That was
Yeah,
some
you know
punk,
who you are.
some punk shit, man. But I was happy to be Dracula.
Nice.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. You should say congratulations to such and such.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say your fucking name.
Damn,
But,
haters. Man, he should have been your biggest supporter.
Nah, that motherfucker.
Hater, dog.
And I don't even know what school he went to after that year.
So he was a hater before the term even existed, like hater. Like that was that your first experience with haterism?
Yeah. Damn.
Damn, that was
you
my
right.
closest friend, too.
That's right. That was the motherfucker that was. Yeah.
That's your
it.
first haterism.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was cool though, because it wasn't haterism, it was a motivation.
Absolutely.
Taught you a lesson, for sure.
Right. So it taught me a lesson not to give a fuck.
Business.
I've seen that from John Singleton.
Okay.
Write it, shoot it, and not give a fuck what nobody say.
Facts.
Because you're not going to get it done if you keep giving a fuck.
Yeah. Facts.
I did a play with the great Nakia Jones. She was the officer that yada yada yada. I ain't but that shit's over. Let's let it sink. But she global. But at that time she was still a officer here in Cleveland and in Warrensville, and she did a play called Why Me Lord, and I actually remember my lines from that right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild. So she had another play and it was taking long. So she did that. She performed it. But at that time I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and start my own shit.
Okay.
By me doing what I do, I'm good with my hands, so I'll build my own stage play, my own stage set.
Really?
Everything.
So give us a like a timeline. Like what age were you?
That was in 2016.
Okay.
So that was when I started doing my own.
9 years ago.
In 2016. I did 2 plays. My last play, I swear to you, I measured the stage and everything, and my ideas were so broad. I had a kitchen and everything. I wasn't able to put that together, but it still was dope. That's when I knew I needed to do movies. In the elevator, taking my sets down, I looked at my brother and said, I'm not doing no more plays. I'm doing movies.
So in 2016, that's when the transformation from plays to movies started.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 45.
Okay. Yeah, I'm 40. I'm 46. I'm 47.
You forgot how old you was.
Oh man, I'm trying to think.
I'm 49.
I'll be 47.
I'm OG up in here. You see these grays?
You can dye that shit.
No.
But that's grown in.
Yeah, you can't dye it. My buddy tried to dye his shit. I was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Nah.
You try to dye, he gonna fuck it up,
And
man.
you're married. So really, what are you doing?
He trying to hit something. Sorry.
Well, I know. I think they be swinging. So
Oh.
What the?
I mean, that's the rumor.
You got
We
me
don't
fucked
know.
up. Hey, you got me fucked up.
Shout out to you. You know who you are. No.
Hey, I ain't swinging shit.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, I couldn't do that shit. Not one bit.
Nah, I ain't got me fucked
But
up.
okay, so 2016 is when you started getting into movies. So, like, were you didn't go to school for it, right? Oh well, hold on. Do you have a regular job?
Yeah, I'm an engineer in my regular job.
So
I forgot to put that in your intro. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
that's all right.
yeah.
That's
So
all right.
how long you been doing that?
25 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Because I know what
I ain't
it
been at the
is.
same job for 25 years.
No, it's just you've been working a regular job and doing this.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That gives you, people don't understand that, that's amazing because, it's discipline.
Yeah, it make it easy for you to tell people to kiss your ass.
Oh, 100%.
Because when they don't get it, like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm out here dogging this shit, bruh. Like, people ask me, where do you get time for this? Because it's my passion.
Yeah,
I got time.
Make
what I mean?
time.
So,
Like I said, you ain't rushing home to watch something stupid on TV.
Yes, I do.
I mean,
yeah, I watch some stupid shit. I watch animals, killing animals, and
but you're able to
lions,
watch it whenever
catching it.
you want to watch it. You're not rushing home.
no,
watch it.
not rushing home to do it.
You see what I'm saying? But maybe in your spare time, you watch some silly shit because you can, but you're like, you got other shit to do after you leave.
Every day.
You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, we all find that
No,
time.
I'm just fucking with you.
Especially on the toilet.
It's
what
no,
else you gonna do
I
when you're
gotta
on?
see it on the big screen. I ain't on that.
You gotta do this.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to
No.
the bathroom without their phone.
By 2017, I was making a movie.
Nice.
What was the name of your first film?
Cops.
Cops?
Spelled with a K. K-O-P-P-S.
KLPPS. Where can people find that?
In my library. I didn't release that yet because I'm remastering it.
Oh, okay.
So I do have a clip, but I didn't make that public yet. I was thinking about it today. But as far as second and up, you can see everything.
Okay.
My second movie was Call Me.
Call Me. So Call Me, is that available to the public?
Yes, you can actually watch that on YouTube. That's free on YouTube.
Okay.
Just Call Me the movie.
Call Me the movie.
Yeah.
Look that up on YouTube, everyone, so you can see the genius of
You have a
Mr.
page?
Raymelle Adams.
You have a page on YouTube?
It's RNA Productions.
RNA Productions. Okay.
Yeah, it's so many clips on there.
I'll
It's
put the link.
outrageous.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description.
Yeah. That was a very fun movie to do. My character, I had to find my character really. My character was named Yanara. At first, I wanted him to have dreadlocks, some goofy shit. I don't know what the fuck was I was doing. So I ordered some damn dreadlocks. Oh man. I think I got these motherfuckers from Wish or something. But I wish I wouldn't have bought these motherfuckers. They was perm.
Perm dreads.
I didn't say dreads. I said perm.
It's just a perm wig?
Yeah. It wasn't dreaded yet.
It was white people dreads.
I don't even know if it was that.
Oh man.
It was just, I don't know. I was going to ask my daughter, my oldest daughter, she's 25 now. I was going to say, can you dread these? But it was so late in time. It was time for crunch time. So I just said, fuck it. So I had to come up with something else for Yanara.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
at least you scrapped it.
Oh, yeah, I scrapped the
you
fuck
made,
out
you
of
made
it.
a good decision.
Oh
is
no,
what
he
I'm
wasn't
saying.
about to come on in no goddamn movie with that. I would have went on stage with it because you ain't got no like camera of it. But I recorded both of my plays anyway. But
Oh, okay. Well,
no, I had decided for him to be rugged, sexy.
okay.
So I didn't brush my hair. I let my hair be fucked up. But he has a dead eye.
A dead eye.
Yeah,
So how did you?
Yeah.
I got a dead eye contact.
Oh,
I put
okay.
that bitch in.
Oh, okay.
I wore that motherfucker.
How'd that
So it
feel
was
the
like
whole
something like the
time?
Method Man, all white kid.
Yeah, it was dope. People loved it. Everybody loved it.
So
Yeah.
how'd that feel?
At first, tears came out of my motherfucking eyes every time I put that bitch in. So I had to put it in probably about 10 minutes prior to being on set. But after a while, I was able to wear it. I wore it honestly for like 8 hours.
Wow. Did it
so-
affect your vision, like in that
You
eye?
can't see out of it, but
Yeah,
I learned,
okay,
you
okay.
see blurred, but you don't see blurred. So
Wow.
I did a Call Me Part 2, and I did a fight scene, and I fucked myself up.
With that contact.
No, because the dude didn't know what he was doing. But the contact I had already, part 2, by part 2 I had already knew how to wear the contacts.
Okay.
I was cool with it. I was able to, part 1 I wore it a long time. Part 2 it was just like an in and out because I was already used to it.
Yeah. So you didn't have to warm it up.
Dude wasn't bad, but my shoes were slippery. It was just all kind of bad elements, man. But you know the movie's great. So y'all see that.
What's the name of that movie?
Call Me 2, The Purge.
Okay.
Call Me to The Purge.
Yeah.
And they can find that where?
On Amazon.
Amazon.
Prime.
All right.
But Call Me 1, yeah. And then my third movie was shit. That's how y'all know a motherfucker got so much movies. I want to say. Yeah, it was definitely Squad. I'm sorry, Squad. That's for free also on YouTube.
Squad.
Yeah, my fourth movie was Jimmy Mack. That's when you're getting on Amazon Prime. You can see that on Tubi also.
Okay.
I got a lot of them, man. I ain't gonna keep
Yeah,
naming them.
yeah. No, you got a library.
Yeah, you got a library, but
Just look my name up. You'll see them motherfuckers. Man.
So out of all your bodies of work, and I know they're all your babies, is there any ones that you're like, yeah, I laid this one out? Is it anyone that you're like, you know, which one is like one of the ones that you will say that you mostly put your Raymelle Adams touch on and you're really proud of the most?
Call Me.
Call Me.
Okay.
it's a difference with that because when I put that I in, I feel like a different person.
Okay.
That's when I can tell y'all, movie stars it's a truth when they're a superhero or something like that, or it's a difference. You can put clothing on, and it's just like, okay, I'm a Southerner, I'm a lawyer or whatever.
Right.
But when I put that dead eye in my eye, I'm your Nara.
Right.
My whole demeanor, everything changes.
How did he get that dead eye?
Yeah.
Bleach.
Somebody threw bleach in his eye?
Damn.
So this was a story you had written prior, like, at what point?
It was just something that I came up with that where he was something like a vigilante, someone to go to help, because they've been through some shit.
Okay.
But at that point, they weren't doing nothing but working on cars. Then he got a brother. His name is Cy. My bro Jamal plays that. He plays him. Both movies, 1 and 2. Also, he's in Jimmy Mack too. A lot of other things.
He should be. Shit.
No, Jamal's dope. He's dope.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Jamal.
Yeah, Jamal.
What's Jamal's name?
Jamal. I don't put all this,
Shout out
Okay.
to Jamal.
but yeah, but
That's
Jamal.
the character or the actor?
No, his character. That's his name is Jamal, but the character is Cy.
Oh, the character is Cy. Okay.
Cy. He's my older brother in there,
Okay.
and my name is Yanara.
Yanara
Put 'em
and Cy. Word.
Put them together. What that say?
Sayonara.
Right.
See you later.
Right. So that's what that was written upon. Part 1 is trust me, there are no home videos. Sometimes people looking to see, okay, I'm gonna get a home video. No, they're real, like Netflix worthy movies.
Oh yeah.
So you get your gist out of them, watching them like, oh shit, I ain't know that. Oh man, I'm so so I bring you there. Like I said, I got a lot of them, but a lot of them. Another one I like is Taz. That's from my TV show.
Taz.
Yeah.
T-A-Z?
Yep. Z. Put another Z on there. Taz.
T-A-Z-Z.
Yeah.
Okay. Where can they find Taz at?
You can watch that. I'd rather you watch it on Stash TV on YouTube.
Stash
You ain't
TV?
gotta put Stash. You can just go to YouTube and put Heroin Ave. You got 5 episodes to binge watch.
Yeah, I'm on like episode 4.
Yeah, Heroin Ave is dope. Tune in if you don't know. That's something you definitely want to tune in to.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. The best thing I think I love about it is every episode I'm like, oh, I know them. Let's see my peeps.
Yeah, that's dope. Shout out to Lex Vegas, CJ Star.
Yeah. CJ Star, Timbuktu, Perry.
Timbuktu. Yeah, Perry. Yeah. Perry got killed, didn't he?
Key Silly.
Yeah. Perry got fucked up in the first one.
Yeah.
No, second one, I think.
Yep.
He did. He's an ox though. Perry's a good actor.
Actor in the he does other things behind the scenes too, don't he?
Yeah, I think he does. Even with Vera Howard, I think. Yeah. But he's one of those actors that when you don't have to do a lot with. Some actors you gotta do a lot with. He's one of the ones that he understands, and it's like, okay, man, I need you about to die. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Perry Reed.
It's gonna be blood, and shit gonna be, you ain't gonna come back. Huh? You ain't come back. Huh? You not coming back?
I mean, you made it.
He's also a fellow comedian too.
But if I do a zombie version, you back.
Bam.
Oh man, he might be a problem though as a zombie. Some people, like I'm ready for a zombie apocalypse, and I have in my mind who's going to be like problems as zombies.
Oh, you know what? I never thought about that. Now I'm gonna have to make me a zombie problem checklist.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like certain people, you be like, okay, but certain people, you be like, yeah, you're gonna be an advanced zombie.
See,
and you're gonna be a problem.
Yeah, some people gonna be like zombies. That everybody who work out.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't fuck with people who work out. When they work out, that's they're gonna be problems. They're gonna be trying to lift shit, bust through shit, run through walls, bust doors, all kind of shit like that. So, people like guns. I need something that's cutting, because you gonna run out of bullets. I'm gonna still be slicing these motherfuckers. I need that. See, that's what I know in a zombie apocalypse.
Are they smart zombies ever? I mean, they're just like
No, see, like, okay, so in the masses, they got those dumb zombies.
Aren't they in a crab in a barrel?
Yeah, but you know, like, if you know the person.
I mean, I didn't watch any of these things. Maybe they've made them smarter.
No, but you're right. They are, mostly of them
vampires are smart. Like
most of them are
vampires.
Yeah.
Shit, them motherfuckers.
They got a code too. But like back to the zombies.
Yeah.
Like you said, yeah, most of them they don't want brains and this, that, and that. You shoot their head off, okay, but it's still some individuals you be like, in the zombie apocalypse, you will be a problem. Like Big Lafayette, he's gonna be a problem.
Oh yeah. I think I went to school with him, man.
Because he's just a big guy.
I think I went to school with him. I think we went to Jamerson before they done tore that school up. But
yeah.
If that's the same life,
yeah,
he was big all his life, bro.
Okay.
Like he just one of them naturally big dudes, just like always wanted to work out. Just like you'd be like, man, I don't want to lift no fucking weights, man. I just want to just like eat some pizza and
chill.
Just, like chill,
play the game,
smoke weed. I ain't supposed to be smoking.
I mean, I want to do all that.
Yeah, he want to do healthy shit. It's like, nah, we're gonna eat some broccoli.
I mean,
you know,
broccoli's
but
not bad.
he's like I say, he the Hercules. Yeah, he's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, he is.
He had one thing I was laughing at though. It was like he had put a post and said these dudes was jumping a dude, and he was like, that ain't my style to jump. And no, it's not. He said, but I will fight 5, and I said, yeah, this motherfucker will fight 5 motherfuckers. And if that ain't the right 5 motherfuckers, he probably whoop y'all. He probably give y'all some bullshit.
He gonna
y'all
give you
be
work.
like, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
And they be fuck around, be running. Like, and somebody be like, who the fuck y'all? How many people y'all running from? 1.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. He ain't even chasing you. He's walking to his car. It happens to be the same way you was running, motherfucker. But you know, it's and what I see, I haven't worked with him yet though. But as a director and as a casting person, met him talk though. Mm-hmm. But from when I see how he works, brother's dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's serious.
He's very coachable. Like you could tell him what you want, and he'll give it to you.
He tweaks it, and you know what I mean. He's not a
straight by the
that he's smart.
Yeah,
he comes and like okay, and he's ready to adjust and to be like, so you can get a lot out of life. I wouldn't keep putting him as gangster though.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I would switch him because he can do all that shit.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to keep him as gangster and jets and no. You want to let him be like how he just was a officer, a lawyer, shit like that.
In Superman, he was a fireman.
Yeah.
Right.
The latest Superman.
Right.
Yeah.
See, doing shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't bar him, but you go ahead and spread his road out, and you test him.
Right.
You test him because he want to be tested. He hungry. You let him be tested. Like, hey, play this lawyer that's scared. And
right.
A big dude like that scared.
Right. Oh, he'll eat it up, bro.
Yeah. He'll eat it.
Yeah.
Equals.
And the audience would too.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that equals that Lafayette, like I said, will be a problem as a zombie.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I get you now. I understand what you're talking about would be a problem.
He'll be one of those advanced zombies that's not like
You might have had to shoot him a couple times. Just to slow him down.
Yeah, I understand now what you're talking about. Like he would definitely be a problem.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Timbuktu.
I don't know. Timbuktu.
You know what?
Be too fucking.
He'd be the friendly one, actually.
He'd be friendly and hungry.
He'd be the friend. Yeah,
He'll be your friend and eat you.
Nah,
Shout out to
wouldn't
Tim Buck
fucking
too.
live.
he would probably.
Tim Buck ain't playing.
He would like wait till the last.
He'll be
one.
friendly to your ass.
To the last one. He's like, I don't know, you better hurry up because I'm getting hungry, Justin.
He was like, I'm still
Yeah,
Tim,
try to
but I
warn
will
He would
eat you.
eat another zombie before he'd eat me.
He'll try to warn you, but he said, hey, this shit about to go down, man. You keep on coming over here, man.
It's the inevitable.
Shout out to
You
Tim
all
Buck,
relaxed
too.
and shit.
When I seen him on it, I was like, oh, look at Tim in that bitch.
Hey, Tim a beast too. Tim, a lot of people good actors, man, and
Yeah.
sometimes we don't know it until somebody brings it
What's the
up.
young man's name that I asked you about on the telephone, man? That and I said, yo, he does a great job acting. Young fella with the locks, in Heroin Ave.
Oh, Brent. Yeah.
Is that his name?
Dark skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Short locks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brent. Yep. Yeah, he's Ox.
Yeah.
He takes good directing.
Yeah, shout out to you, Brett. I see you working, bro.
He
Yeah.
he's dependable.
I was watching the episode.
That's the main thing. You know, he's dependable. He's always there. You don't want a motherfucker who ain't never there. you know?
Right.
I didn't want to get him confused again.
With
I think he probably worked with Dobra.
He's worked with a couple people.
Yeah, well, that's Justin's movie right there. Or maybe
Okay,
the last
okay.
song. If you see it over there in the poster, if you look to your left over here.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had a few scenes.
I messed with all of them.
There's Lafayette
Yeah.
right there. Yeah. That was my first acting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't been in any movies. I just been in a couple of viral videos, but
Yeah, you do some skits.
no
I
movies.
did some skits.
Yeah. Trust me, man. I've had ideas, but I was trying to because I tell him all the time, like a blueprint for a movie is Clerks. Like if you watch Clerks and it just minimal locations, it's all dialogue. It's got a few different characters. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
small cast. You know what I mean? And it's something. It's just a blueprint. Like if you want to focus on something for your first movie, it can be a 15-minute short film, 30-minute short. You know what I mean? Something like that, just to start. That's just a blueprint. I say for everybody, and it just plus it's in black and white. They ain't even in color.
You know what I always
Which is
wonder
nuts.
is why when people always got an idea. It's not all the time, but fucking 9 times and a half out of 10, they always say something about zombies.
Yeah.
Yo, hey man, I got a idea for a movie for you, man.
Right.
Hood zombies. They got COVID. And look, motherfucker, nobody want to see that shit.
Nobody want to see that shit.
I'm sorry, I respect the idea, bruh.
Yeah,
people
nobody
have
wanna
people
see
that
that
die from
shit.
COVID and all that shit. Nobody want to see that shit, man. They ain't gonna make no money, man. We ain't gonna be on the bullshit, man. Ain't nobody want to act in that shit, man.
You don't want to date yourself with something like COVID. That's like comedians doing
That's
COVID
stupid
jokes.
ass shit, man. Like,
You know
why
what
the
I'm
fuck is
saying?
we gonna shoot some zombies catching COVID?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna affect them, I thought.
Right.
How the fuck COVID gonna affect the zombies? What it's gonna do to them? They gonna be sick?
Or
It
they
may
gonna-
be a biological thing.
Or
that
they gonna
mixes-
bite somebody and be like, you got COVID, I'm not gonna eat you.
It's gonna be COVID and a zombie. Like, they nobody got time. That's a lot of shit going on in the movie, man.
Right.
Yeah.
They gotta live. They gotta
Right.
catch
And they gotta
zombie
worry
or
about-
COVID
yeah, now
one.
they
and
gotta
then-
worry about this other virus.
Like, ain't nobody
that
got
may
time for that
affect-
shit. Why can't nobody come to me sometime with some this love story, man, and
Cause people ain't in love no more, man.
no, they gotta come with some shit like some
want
zombie
freak.
soldiers that had the insulin, but they hid it, and the hood dudes came and stole it and started passing it out to everybody in the hood.
Plus,
And then they
you
was
know
the heroes.
You know the budget on that? You know how many times you gotta put makeup on to make a zombie and do all that shit?
They don't give a fuck
You need
about the
lot-
budget.
you
They
need a-
want you to make it.
You need a lot of zombies for a zombie movie.
Man,
you can't just have
they
a couple
want you.
zombies.
The hood dudes want you to make it, and they gonna kill you if you don't.
What the fuck?
Hey, look, can we dive into Heroin Ave a little bit?
Heroin Ave.
Yeah, man. Like I saw that, and it's not, it's a show for everybody.
I had to shut it off at 12:30 last night because I was on starting episode 4. I was like, I can't do it. I gotta go to sleep.
You gotta go to sleep.
I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get some sleep. But I was watching.
I mean, you know what? I saw your style and I talked to you on the phone about it, and I was like, man, it reminds me of like a New York Undercover. Not the premise of New York Undercover, but like your music choices.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, okay, so, you know, people already assume, like, if they knew you, they probably assume that you're going to have, like, hip-hop music playing through it.
I love it when they do that, because they wrong.
They very wrong, because this
I have what
definitely
suits the scene.
suits the
It ain't
scene.
about what I like. It's about what I know when I feel it on that scene, that what goes with that scene. If that scene needs a background or whatever, I don't care what somebody like, he probably going to have some rap, and I really don't even listen to rap. So I be faking out. People be on banana peels all the time with me. You know, and I'm
80s. You listen to 80s.
I listen to everything. I listen to everything. It's not nothing. If it got a good beat and if it sound good and they talking good in it, I'll chat with it.
So
Nice.
your scene selection, like the way you shoot it, where did that come from? What influenced you on that?
I developed my own style that I didn't never know until a little while ago. It's called the RA production style. What I do is I take it.
Try to talk in the mic.
I take it and I'll get it to where if I'm filming today, I know like, okay, I want to do a trick shot. I need a mid shot. I need it up close. I need a far away establishing shot, but I need it my way.
Right.
What's some, like it's in Spike Lee, he has a special shot. I have special things that I may do to get me those shots. And a lot of people may think like he has multiple cameras, I'll use one.
Okay.
I gimbal a lot, so I'm able to get a lot, and I can switch angles, or I can keep the gimbal moving.
So people that don't know, the gimbal is like when the camera's actually on it. Is it the gimbal outfit or is it just the gimbal
I
stick?
have either one, but I use the gimbal stick.
Okay.
I like the flight cam, but I try to use either one. The gimbal, in the winter you better put some gloves on because that's steel and it. Oh Jesus! Lord, it get cold.
That's the inside shit on it.
So,
That's the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So for people that don't know, the gimbal is like it's a stick that has the camera on it. You can move it and turn it, and then the camera will stay steady. You could, and the suit it looks like some Iron Man stuff, like
Right,
like,
you just right there like a.
It's the
like
best.
It's
The best. Has an arm that comes out. You have another arm that attaches to it. You can either have the flying cam or the gimbal on, and you kind of like got an extra arm. You have 3 arms, some
Like
alien type shit. But it's on your vest, and you can be all right with it.
So while you're directing, you're also operating this camera as well.
Yes,
Whoa.
and I'm could possibly be one of the mains in the movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have it facing on your face or out and on your face, or how do you set that up? Like when you're
You just use a tripod, or one of my actors or actresses loves to get camera credits, and they'll hold the gimbal.
nice.
You know, they do the gimbal. They
Right,
don't be
right,
on the tripod. I don't need nobody to hold it because it's already
Yeah.
But they'll be doing the gimbal. That helps. But a lot of times I'll put it on the tripod.
Well, look, Raymelle Adams, he's definitely a director, and he's very familiar with the equipment. Like when he came in, he it was like watching a superpower, because he was like, that sound is from this. You're gonna need these lights. This is that type of camera. It was like who is this dude? No, I know that's what he did, but he was like boom, 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 like almost firing it off like all at once. Like I first heard it was some feedback coming from the mics, and he knew exactly where it was, and it was just like, you know, none of this stuff is new to him because this is what he does.
Right.
You know, he's a movie maker. He knows what it takes. He knows what it don't take. But I just wanted to like get into like your style, like, you know, like, okay, when you said Spike Lee's signature style, like he has that like look like the characters are floating.
Yes, but they're not moving. You're actually being pulled, and the camera's in front of you. I know how to do that trick, but I'm not going to disrespect them and do it.
No. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
That's something that's like signature to Spike Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like you got your own style too.
Feet.
And you, what'd you call it? The
feet. You're going to see feet.
And you call it the
just feet.
R.A.
Just the R.A. production style. It's
R.A.
just,
production style.
Yep. You're going to see. I'm going to gimbal this movie. Okay. You're going to see like moving shots, and I'm going to move with them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's not going to be something that's regular. I'm going to be moving with you. You know, I was told by great Mike Berry, you got to get off that tripod.
Shout out to Mike Berry.
He said, "Yeah, you can't be scared to get off that tripod."
Right.
He's a little older than me. He said, "You can't be scared." He came on one of my sets on Squad 2. He said, "You can't be scared to get off that tripod." And meaning the gimbal too. You know, you got to go freehand because the gimbal can fit everywhere, but the gimbal's mechanical. Your hand's not, and you can do different stuff. And when I did that, that dude's a hell of a director because he directed me to get the shot. And, you know, I mean, I could have got it better, but I got it good, but I could have got it better.
What scenes would you say would you know, like what type of scene would you say would be better to be like freehand holding the camera? Is it fighting scenes?
Yes.
Or fighting scenes?
Yes, you can do, well, it depends on what you want to get out of it. If you're fast, yes, you can do a fighting scene like that. But if you, fighting scene, I would do it with a gimbal. There's different modes you have on the gimbal. I will put it on a loose mode, depending on what I want to get from that footage. You know, now they get like a clip snippet of what's going on in the fight. So you can either cut scene, or you can go ahead and have them do the whole thing, but you always want to do the whole thing so you can get the good cut. So yes, I would use the gimbal to get everything up out of it. So you would run that, I would run that maybe 3 times. The gimbal loose, handheld, and a far shot of just everything going, just how it's going. Right. Whether it looks good or not, just keep going with it, because I got the other cuts to cut in when you're going that way with it.
So how important and how good is it to have the proper equipment for the sound? Because like in certain things, it's very important to listen to hear the actors, but you want it to be realistic, like you on the street, so you need that background for the street. Like, explain that to me.
If you code with it, you want to have something that's decent with the sound. I'm not about to say good because I don't want to deter nobody.
Right.
Even if you got a $3 mic, I still want you to do it.
Yeah, you gotta start
with just
somewhere.
Your phone, I still want you to do it.
Go back and watch episode 1, baby.
The Midnight Paco Podcast.
Yeah, the Midnight Paco Podcast. Because I don't want to put no dirt on your shit, because our stuff was wild.
Well, what I use is a mixer, and I use some other tricks. But there's stuff out there you can clean your stuff up with. So don't feel like, oh, I got this in there and this and that. You got to reach out to people. You got to look up stuff. So whatever kind of mic you got is a good mic. There's no such thing as a bad mic unless it ain't working.
Right. Just start doing something.
Just start doing something and work with it. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Because you'll get
there. Listen to it.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck you was saying when you was saying it when you was recording it. If it don't sound like that on the camera, then you got to do some fucking work.
Right.
You know, do a couple of them.
Yeah.
You know, if you're practicing, you practice. Practice though. Practice. Don't just fucking jump on the damn set and say I'm making a movie and you ain't never turned this damn camera on. Don't set yourself up for failure like that.
I got a dumb question. Have you
That's
ever?
the only dumb question if you wouldn't have asked that.
All right, bet.
Facts.
So I got a question. Like, when you have you ever like saw some completed work and needed the sound done over, or did you ever call in the actor to say it again, or how did that work? Like,
Yes, I never did a voiceover like that. I did voiceovers like as in I wanted to add it, not something I need you to do it over again. I wanted to add it. Like I'm gonna have my wife add something into the movie we just completed. No, she already did it.
can you
Never
speak
mind.
on it?
Yeah, I can speak on it. We own it, so then yeah, I ain't gonna get in trouble.
What's the movie?
It's called Residence Kids.
Residence Kids.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
man. So I heard a little bit about it. So be on the
Residence-
lookout for that.
Yeah, Residence Kids will bust your head
for
open.
sure. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm never really like voiceovers and all that. I know how to do them. They're not hard or whatever. You spend some time with the actor. You got a couple ways you can do it. They got to look at the screen and see themselves doing that or whatever, and kind of get the same feel. Or you go ahead and say, hey, just say this shit. Let me line that shit up, man. And
Right,
if
right,
they
right.
back kind of turn, you can get that shit off. You know?
So-
But if you got a close up, then you fuck. They got to go ahead and go for what they know.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right.
Cause
So
you can add that shit. You can just
You can
mute the
mute
old
that
shit.
You can go ahead and put that shit in there, man. But
so like for Residence Kids, like, all right. So it's not like. So how do you pick a soundtrack for that? Like, how did that go?
that's just a gift from God. I just go with the scene
Mm-hmm.
and what should be in there, what they're doing, what they're going through, how they should feel. You know, all those elements come into play.
Yeah, because like, reason why I'm asking, because it's like the soundtrack or the background noise or the sound can, or the music can add theatrics or.
Oh yes, it will take and or it will add. You can fuck it up. You can make it up.
Yeah, for
Very
sure.
bad. So that's when the most important thing and the most important information I gave you with the scene.
Mm-hmm.
You look at your scene and what is your scene doing? Don't just say, I want this song in this motherfucker.
Right.
My homie gave it to me, so I'm gonna throw this motherfucker in. Yeah, but your shit is shit now, man.
Yeah.
You know, your homie song ain't shit and your movie's not shit, but you put both of them together in the wrong scene, they both are shit.
Right.
You got a shitty movie
You
with
got
a
a shitty movie.
soundtrack.
One scene, fuck your whole movie up.
Shitty soundtrack.
If you would have switched it to the other scene before that, asshole, you would have been dope.
Right.
So it's
Right.
all in all, you want to look at your scene.
So speak on that too.
So-
As somebody who's self-taught,
Yeah, I've never went to school for
that's-
this. Ain't nobody come over my house and say, Ray, I'm about to show you how to edit and use this camera, and I'm gonna show you how to direct. I'm gonna show you how to act. I'm gonna show you how to write this shit. This ain't the right. No, it was. I sat on my fucking couch, man, and learned that shit, man, and disciplined myself.
University of YouTube in this bitch, huh?
Yeah.
YouTube, you learn everything, man. I did a
and
lot.
trial and
dude.
error.
Yeah, I was gonna say trial and error too.
Trial and error.
YouTube only gonna,
Gives
you know,
you
it only got
basics.
so much far,
Yeah.
but you had to do it yourself. But I
Oh,
got a lot of
yeah.
trial and error.
Yeah.
Like my first movie, I was in a blizzard, rolling with snow, jumping on the windshield on
Mm.
the laptop, downloading the movie to show to the people that had bought over 250 tickets.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Slow down. Hold
Yeah,
on, hold on.
right.
So you had a sold out theater.
He's just talking like this is a normal.
Yeah, he was like, I got some coffee. I looked at the movie. No. So you said you had a sold out theater
Yeah.
and you were in the snow, a blizzard.
On my way while people were already there.
With no movie uploaded
No movie uploaded.
in a blizzard
In a blizzard.
In a
because we in
blizzard.
Cleveland.
Whoa,
In a
yeah.
blizzard.
In December.
Damn.
Cleveland blizzard in December on the way to a sold out theater with
so that's
no
a sign.
movie uploaded.
That's a sign that the city messes with you because you brought people out. You had 200
Right.
plus people
Yeah, yeah.
at a theater.
It
Yeah.
gets deeper.
In a blizzard.
Talk about it.
I had an encore show.
Whoa.
Another over 250 people came.
So after the first showing, you had
I had
an additional
encore. I had an encore.
in a
Wow.
blizzard.
No, it wasn't a blizzard. I did it in the spring. You know?
Oh, okay.
Ooh, thank
Okay,
God
so you
it's
did-
scheduling. He
Yeah, but
rescheduled
let's
his
talk about
shit.
that blizzard show.
Yeah.
So you were on your way
To the theater.
to the theater. And it wasn't uploaded in the Blizzard.
It wasn't uploaded. It wasn't on the platform what they needed it. You can deliver it in DVD or flash drive. I was delivering it in DVD. I was copying it on the way, driving in the blizzard, bad blizzard. Like the snow was deep. It was at least 4 feet. I don't know. It looked like it was 4 feet. It was big. I ain't have a truck or nothing, but it was big.
It's Cleveland Blizzard.
But
yeah, regardless.
I got there with 2 CDs.
What?
Got there with 2 CDs.
Whoa.
That played. The audience saw the movie.
Nice. Nice. So success.
Yeah.
Obviously. It sucks though,
what
coming
movie
down
was
to the
that?
wire, man.
That was Cops. My first movie.
That was the
Okay, so
first
that
one.
was Cops,
All
y'all. So look that up.
KOPPS.
KOPPS. Where can they find that at?
In my library. I ain't released it to y'all yet.
Okay.
Y'all, somebody probably saying fuck you or some shit, but it's cool. I high five you, whatever. It's all good, but it's being remastered. It's my first movie. It's not garbage. Don't get that shit twisted. It's dope. But I want to do it better because I'm a better editor now, and I can see things that I didn't see then.
Right.
Hook y'all up on some good entertainment.
Everybody does a re-edit or a remaster or some shit.
Yeah. They don't be honest about it, but I'm being honest about it now. That shit needs a little bit
I mean,
TLC.
like you said, it was your first one. You know what I mean?
Not my first one. Like my first one. Like, man, it's my first one. And man, I got shit. People walking around. No, that shit dope in the motherfucker.
Yeah,
I had 100.
But
over
it's
100
shit
people
that
cast.
you see is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's
I
stuff
say, man,
that
I gotta
you
get
see.
this shit together so I can show it to people that's dope.
You're the
and they'll
creator,
see that.
so yeah.
Then people will be like, damn, this is his first movie. Because what shot is shot? I can't change the shots.
Yeah, but you can change
just
the edit.
Right.
That's the thing,
That's the
man.
best.
That's what I'm
the thing that
saying.
makes a movie.
When you teach yourself, you realize that
you realize like, oh shit,
this shot or this shot from this angle.
This ain't yeah.
I mean, that's why you film multiple angles and multiple things from the same shot.
You got more to decide. Like, I'm gonna go with this. I ain't gonna. You got
always
more
get a close up of something.
You have. Yes. I learned that in my first movie. Throughout almost half of it. Like I said, God rest his soul. Older guy Ryan Miller.
Shout out to Ryan Miller.
After
a guy ditched us and wasn't gonna film, Ryan Miller, he only did concerts. So it was a battle. I mean, I'm talking about you can jump over this way, you out of the frame.
Oh, okay, filming
because he wasn't panning. He was used to doing the shows, so you gotta give him some. And I can dig it, man.
But I mean, honestly, that's kind of like how I always thought too. If you just film it within the frame and just edit, you know what I mean?
But you're doing a movie, so you're gonna have to move.
Yeah, the way you.
But he was older, and his leg, he had a bad leg, and he wasn't on that shit. But he's used to doing concerts.
Yeah.
So it was
static.
Different.
Boy, he static.
He set that camera, throw it on record, and he do what he gonna do.
Yep.
Y'all do what y'all do. He already did what he did. Pay me my money. I'm out. You know, but
I'm not moving. We ain't paying and shit.
But Ron, that I'm gonna say, young man, he battled with us because we were having some late nights, and he started moving. We started getting the aspect because he didn't know how to shoot a movie either. He was there to help. He none of us did. He knew how to make the stuff in the camera and make it look good and press record.
Yeah.
And he was learning my camera all at the same time.
Okay.
We all were learning it. So. That man, I can't do nothing but do cadoodles for him, man. And when I seen it, he passed away. That broke my heart.
Wow.
R.I.P. Yeah, that's terrible.
Because I know what he did for us, and it was a different thing than somebody say that, hey, I knew Ryan. He said it such. No, he helped me with my first dream.
Right.
Being an actor was my dream.
Yeah.
So he helped me with something that's gonna be a forever, ever. He helped me with something that I dreamt about as a little boy.
Right.
It's being in a movie. So there's no godly way that I cannot acknowledge that man.
Yeah. No, I get it, man.
So
the gentleman that you were that shot your first thing. What was his name again?
His name is Ron Miller.
Ron Miller. Mm-hmm. So he was just doing the frames, and it was definitely a technique that you could probably put in your toolbox, because even though you're panning now,
I mean, that's just like the way. Just set it, film it, record it, You know what I mean?
I would say the terminology, the lingo, I learned from him because the frame.
Yeah, you didn't.
You from the hood? What the fuck is a frame?
Yeah. You talk about glasses frame, picture frame,
Right. So the
window frame,
and you know that even in some movies now, okay, I need y'all to stay in the frame. We're not moving. This is a certain kind of shot I want. I want y'all to be still, motherfucker. Don't be jumping around and doing backflips at this point. You know, y'all gonna be on the couch chilling and stuff like that. So yeah, you need it like that sometimes.
Right.
You know, sometimes it is what it is. You know, unfortunately, you know. But he was a great man. That got me started on a good foot. But I knew that we needed some close-ups, so I grabbed the camera. Like, all right, Ryan, I'm gonna go ahead and get my knees down here. You ain't gonna be able to get down. It's all good. But by that time, we was almost done. But he did his thing. He did his thing. And I learned a lot.
But like you said, it made your dream come true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, he had a big contributor to it.
Yeah.
You know, a very big ass contributor to it.
So how does that? You know what I mean? So you want to go ahead, Cordell? You want to say something?
Well, I was just gonna say like with Heroin Ave, it definitely looked like you were like one of those people that like took advantage of the real estate that you had. Like you took advantage of the environment. Your actors and actresses, like, I mean, just walk me through that. Like, how did you set that up, and how did you make it work, like, to fit what you were looking for?
Well, like I say, all this is God-driven. All this is a God gift, God talent, and I say that because I don't want nobody to feel no certain way. As when I say this, is because I can write a movie in 2 weeks or less. I can film a movie in like 2 weeks. Just scheduling and yada 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 yada. But I can write a little bit, cast my characters, then write for them. I'll see the people and the person they are, and that's how they're able to portray that person, because they don't even know they're portraying them. They're themselves.
Right. The same person they are.
You know, and then I enhance the person though. I may make that person some gangster shit, or I may make that person some nice shit. You know, but, you know, and they might be a mean motherfucker, you know, some people, you know, but I just know how to put the scenes with what I want, and I'm not afraid of the camera. Sorry, audience, my motherfucking side itching. So
you good.
Bit my motherfucking like my wife would say, wash it and put some lotion on.
Put some lotion on.
I'm fucking clean, though.
No, you know what? I'm over here chuckling and laughing, and I'm only laughing
I wonder if you're going to say that shit. We want to laugh, too.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm laughing. Because I'm like, yo, I had a conversation with Raymelle, and I'm like, yo, man, I can do whatever you want. Put me in, and he was like, yeah, I'll put you in. You gonna die though.
I probably was drunk, man.
He was like, yeah, you gonna definitely, you know, I'll put you in, but you gonna get killed. And I was like, that's why I was laughing, like,
somebody gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, that's what he said. But I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. Like that's why I was laughing, because when I asked you, like when you take
it's initiation. See how most fucked up you can get. And that's that determines your next role.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm just saying. And so when I asked that question and you was breaking it down, that's the first thing I thought of. Like,
damn, I gotta change my approach.
I'm gonna write him in to die.
I gotta change my approach.
He was like, yeah, I'll put you in there. You gonna get fucked up. You gonna die. But yeah, I'll put you in.
I gotta change my approach. I'm gonna be talking at the picnic table. Hey man, I'm gonna be in a Ray Adams movie, man. I'm gonna get fucked up though. You know, me too. You getting fucked up too? Yeah, I'm getting fucked up too. He gonna fuck me up bad. Oh yeah, yo, your ear coming off? My head coming off.
I'm gonna die like this.
He gonna fuck me up. My legs and shit gonna be all in the back. Man, listen. I don't know. Maybe he ain't gonna do your legs like mine, but you know, maybe next movie. But I'm fucked up this one though.
Yeah, man.
You know,
I was always, you know, and I always wondered like how you did that, like. For the scenes I saw that you shot outside, and we had a prior conversation to, you know, filming this podcast, I was just like, yo, my only pet peeve was the car was dirty, the windows was dirty. And you was like, that's reality. And I'm like,
that's reality.
And he broke it down, he explained it to me, like, you know, for each character it may be different.
Right.
Because
if you're a lawyer, then yeah, your window's probably clean. You know, he probably keeps his car clean, but all lawyers ain't clean either. Some of them got fucking McDonald's bags and boxes, Big Mac and shit all in their car and all that. So you do all that, and it's just like no pun intended to nobody. I don't know if I want to, fuck it, man. You know, a lot of filmmakers always film in 60.
Okay.
Thinking that shit look good and it's all clear. That's for that's for a fucking TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a TV show. I didn't even do my TV show in 60. I'm looking at y'all.
What's 60?
60 frames. The shit is like a Martin. That's like for Martin or something. That kind of TV show. Some kind of sitcom or something.
Yeah.
Not a TV show. Sitcom and TV show are two different things. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta do your research. Sitcom is something that they sitting down. Yes, you can do that in 60 frames because you want to see everything in focus. You're not really zooming in on that. And if you notice, Martin, you never zoom in on that. There's no too much close-ups. The close-ups are zoomed in post because they're kind of more blurry. The quality is going down. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's all shot in 60 frames.
So 60 would be like soap operas?
Nope. Soap operas is in movie mode.
Okay.
They smart about it. I wouldn't shoot my TV show in 60 frames.
Okay.
If I was doing a sitcom, then I would do it in, like if I was doing some kind of girls thing sitcom, then I would do it in 60 frames. Because I'm not zooming in, I'm trying to get them, I'm getting them doing this, so everything in focus. I need everything in focus. They're not thinking about that. So when you want to do in movie mode, you need to do it in movie mode. I'm not gonna say it on there, you motherfuckers. I thought y'all was gonna get my recipe. I'm quick with it. You ain't getting that shit, but you need to do it in movie mode. And my movie mode is the RA mode, and I can't tell y'all.
No,
but y'all watch my shit.
Keep your secrets. Keep secrets.
Tune in. Y'all gotta see. You know, like watch all of his things. But like, what's available? One of the things that Jay and I was like, you know, binge watching was Heroin Ave.
Yeah. I mean, it may be biased because I know a lot of people ended up being in that. That's
But it was still dope though. Like even if you didn't know them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's only a bonus that we.
Like, I was just sitting right there.
And it's shot in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So I don't know about the trailer though. I mean the theme that wasn't shot in Cleveland, was it?
What is the
intro?
Yeah, the intro.
Yeah.
Was that in Cleveland too?
Yeah. You ever been on Pain?
Yeah. That was Pain?
I think
you ever like sat down that motherfucker for a minute? Like stop just for 2 minutes. All you need is 2 minutes. Shit.
I used to work at a homeless shelter.
Oh yeah, just lock your doors though. You know, a motherfucker gonna jump in. You don't even know him.
Jesus.
You might be.
So that was because
Are you my Uber?
look, and once again, I said it on the.
No, he ain't gonna be saying that. You'll be lucky if he say that shit.
I said this on the last episode. I think I'm Mr. Cleveland, but when I saw that intro, I'm like, I'm looking at.
Of course, it's Cleveland, man.
I'm
It
a
didn't
person
look like
that.
Why would you film
See,
in Cleveland?
I'll drive Lyft. So when I was driving Lyft, I get a chance to look at shit.
Okay.
So I see shit that a lot of people don't know. That's in Cleveland is a gym.
It is.
Yeah,
Like you see shit that you're like, wait a minute, where I'm still in Cleveland. Okay, I didn't do no orders. That's you know, but and see that's all I see now. Me, a filmmaker, or me and my wife drive. All I see is movies.
Right.
I don't mention it all to her. I ain't gonna destroy mine.
Yeah, you see life in a whole different way now.
But I see movies.
Yeah.
I might see even with my daughter. I told her this was when we was doing Resident Kids before she even started filming. I said, hey, that's a good spot for y'all to be walking past. Just a walk past. It was a fucked up house.
Yeah.
The house was, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if it was still standing or what it was about to go.
Crazy,
It was just
look
a
at
big
you, though.
house that was just
I got
different.
the scene.
Had a different kind of steps. Like it was, the steps can't be removed.
Right.
They're part of the concrete of the sidewalk.
Wow.
So it was different.
What's the
It was a
title of that
house.
again?
Residence Kids.
Residence Kids. Y'all look out for that one. It sounds like I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so in Heroin Ave, there was a scene, I forget what episode it was.
All the scenes good.
I know, but episode 3, there was arguing and yelling outside when the police were arresting. You know, we're
I
not
was watching the other
arresting.
day. Some kids when they was just pulling them over for fake speeding or
And
some
I'm
shit.
just like, I wonder if the neighbors called the real cops.
You know what we did for that scene?
Yeah, what did you do for that? Because there was a lot of yelling. I'm like, that's a good. I'm just thinking movie
I had the house
style.
over there, and there were some kids outside,
Okay.
and I approached the kids, And I asked them, did you want to be in a TV show?
Get the fuck out of
And
here.
they said, yeah. I said, this is what I want y'all to do. I had just thought of that. That wasn't scripted.
Okay.
No, because it looked real.
Yeah.
That was supposed to happen was the cops were supposed to roll down there and pull them over for that.
Okay.
But when I seen them kids outside, I said, hey, since I'm shooting and they're gonna be in the camera, I can't tell them to move.
Okay,
I might as
right.
well put them to work.
Oh,
So I said, hey, why don't y'all be like y'all recording and be like they always pulling people over and all that shit.
That shit was dope.
Yeah,
It's genius.
nice.
And it looked, and it, you know what I mean? So
No,
I'm
it was
like,
legit.
yeah,
It was legit.
Yeah,
So
that's dope.
and they was little kids and they was talking and I said, go ahead, it's free, it's free game. Y'all say what y'all want to say. It was all
Yeah.
ad lib.
Yeah,
So I had
yeah.
my actors. I said ad lib with them, and then after y'all ad lib with them, get back on track
Yeah,
and then go with the script, and they did it.
Yeah, they did great.
Right.
Yeah,
That
they
was
did a
dope.
good
Y'all
job.
tune, I'm like I said,
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
so much stuff out there, but tune in to Heroin Ave.
Yeah, you'll binge watch that.
You gonna binge watch
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got another one real quick before we, so you started later. It sounds like you transitioned more into movies and everything. But like growing up, what was your inspiration? Like, did you watch I know not being a director, because it's hard. I guess your passions were making movies. So yeah, what inspired you to even do any directors come to mind, or anybody you look up to, or the way
It's
they
a lot
filmed,
of people. One movie that really made me make movies and knew, I can honestly say, there's a lot of people, but I'm gonna go ahead and my family always been behind me. Always, my whole family used their house.
That's
everything.
important.
Yeah,
Like
it's
mom,
very important,
grandma,
for
my
sure.
dad, all of them. They all come to my movies at the theater. They come to my comedy shows. They
Support's
always
nice.
So
Yeah.
that family support. I thank God for that, man. That I'm able to get that and that they do that. My wife and her family, our families are big and all of them come together. They come support. When they come, man. We come bring our shit, man. We be suited and all
That's
that
important.
shit, man.
That's important.
Very important.
But when damn, man, we've been doing shit, man. Y'all get that? What we was talking about?
Who inspired you?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than your family was big in it, but as far as directors
And
or anybody
inspiring
to want to
It's-
make. You said movie.
I was
you were
younger,
going-
man, and this is a cool story.
Let's go.
This is a cool one.
Yeah.
This was before my little brother was born, and I was on the east side with my friend Jimmy, who was at his grandmother's house. One time before then, his mom took us to see the movie Wood. Yeah.
The Wood?
Yeah.
The Wood.
Yes.
Okay.
When we walked out of the movie theater, as a young kid, I looked up at her and I said, I called her Aunt D. I said, Aunt D, Aunt Darlene, I'm gonna be on TV one day.
Nice.
And I kept walking. She said, out of nowhere, boy, you said that. She never forgot it. She comes to my stuff too. Okay. Now, this time we're on the east side. Now, me and Jimmy, we went to the movies. It's fucking thunderstorm and we missed the fucking bus. We in trouble. We ain't tell nobody where we told them we was going. We was late. No, I don't think we told nobody. We didn't tell nobody we was late. And it was just all fucked up, man. And we went to go see Kevin Costner movie, Waterworld.
Why? No, I'm kidding.
We liked it.
I know. I never seen it.
I was gonna say Dancing with Wolves.
But my
Everyone
little brother
talks
was
shit
born.
about it, I
My little
guess.
brother was born that same day, and I missed it.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was supposed to be at home.
Right.
So all that happened in that day, and I didn't even know it until we got picked up because we couldn't get the bus. We missed it, and it was raining, pouring down, and we got fucking cussed out. I would have rather walk.
right.
But the moral of the story is my first Hollywood movie was I was in Kevin Costner's movie.
Right.
Years
later. Wait.
You see how that worked out? Years later, I met Kevin Costner for real and talked to him just like how we sitting right here.
Yeah.
Draft Day, you can check that out. I'm in that.
Oh,
You in Draft Day?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's in Cleveland too.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's dope as hell.
So
Nice.
I met Kevin Costner. I talked to him just like that. I told him the same story what we just said.
Okay, nice. That is great.
So that story is a good story.
Yes,
that's
it is.
like
I'm sorry, Kevin Costner in Waterworld.
That's all right.
I'm not.
He gonna have Rotten Tomatoes fuck y'all shit up and all that shit, man.
Yeah.
You good, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people dog it for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Kevin Costner tall though.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he ain't no short dude.
I thought he was.
I liked him in
a
Tin
little
Cup.
dude.
His extra look just like him too.
Wow.
His fucking twin. I don't know if they use the same one
Yeah,
all the
his
time.
name is Robert Zimmerman.
But he was. He was.
I don't know. I like Tin Cup. That was a good.
No, for the part I know of him, I can say with the horse's mouth, Kevin Costner's a good guy.
That's awesome.
I'll go on
Nice.
camera and through this mic and say Kevin Costner's a good guy. He didn't show no. The man came over and chitty chatted with me. He had no security with him.
Nice.
There was no security around. So it wasn't
I
nobody
mean,
there
there
to get to him.
shouldn't be.
He was cool. You know what I mean? He came over in this trench coat, dressed for the set, and he talked and it was like, yeah, I love how you act sober, man. I can't wait to see how you act drunk because I had to drink.
Oh.
So one scene I was sober, another drink we was
Wait
at the
a
party. I was
minute. What do you
drinking.
mean?
So you had several scenes in this
They
movie.
said
they
you
had-
had.
that shit-
Wait a minute, and you had a speaking
That was
role.
in-
Yeah, you drink liquor.
That was in the script.
To drink, yes. If you were like, if they had you waiting
Yeah.
and you
Wait a minute,
you
what
have it in your hand
movies
and you
make
end up
fake
drinking
shit?
that, you end
It
up
wasn't
drinking
apple
it.
juice?
No,
They in that fake shit.
no. See, people be lying to y'all.
Whoa.
So if you done when they about to call,
That's a good
action,
movie. Congratulations.
You see people, you see the ladies or whoever around you, and they bring you another one and replace it how you had it, and it's all like that.
What?
When you go up to the bar, when we went up to the bar in the movie,
Uber not
it was
for
real
every
drink
scene.
coming out of it. It wasn't. You ain't getting all fucked up, but they have food. I'm talking about. There's like steak and chicken dinners, all that
You
shit.
talking about
sitting-
craft service?
Yeah, it's sitting there all ready. How you can eat as much as you want.
Yeah, Hollywood
However your
budgets.
stomach do.
I
you can
mistakenly
eat.
walked up on a craft service, but that's another story. But
Don't
Wait
do
a
that,
minute.
yeah.
What?
They were. You have. It was one of those experiences to be one of those people.
nice.
I had a trailer. We was when I first came up, we had to go sign in. You go to hair, makeup, and wardrobe. They're all separate, but that's the line you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Hair is last. 'Cause
You said
know how
Field
you
of
show.
Dreams.
Huh?
Field of Dreams.
No. Draft day.
Draft
draft
day.
day.
Yeah, draft day.
Oh,
The
okay.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Field of Dreams. Yeah, that's why I said, huh? Again, the Field of Dreams.
I mean, Field of Dreams is a good movie too, but you know.
Draft day.
Yeah, he was in Cleveland.
You go in, you get you sign
What
in.
year was that?
2000.
What year was that? That
It
was
wasn't
like
in the 90s,
Didn't
right?
they have the first
No,
pick?
that was in the 2000s.
Didn't they have the
Okay.
first pick that year? Or were they talking about like moving up or some shit? What? Wasn't that the Mayfield year?
2000, I don't know, something.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
I
I was just
forget
trying
who
to
they took in
put
the
the time,
movie.
but
But it was a good ass movie. It was,
Dope.
and it was fun.
is that the one that put you in the SAG?
That was like I was already had it planned, but I didn't make my production company yet. But that made it like I knew kind of what to do and kind of. But you have to know. I wasn't in the inside, but I'm a good looker.
Okay.
Hollywood don't play.
Right. But you had a speaking role though.
Yeah, but they don't play. They cut some people out. They cut some people out. I wasn't like talking like how we was that long, but it's just some, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
But I said some shit, and I talked to Kevin Costner, and I was with Jennifer Gardner too.
Okay.
So I
That's
got to
dope
walk
on a
by her.
resume.
I got to walk. Yeah, my resume dope. I can
Yeah.
tell you that my resume ain't my work resume and my acting resume, motherfucker. I ain't no
Nice.
So
Yes.
it is what it is. I ain't
Yeah.
trying to brag, but I'm telling
Hey.
you the motherfucking truth.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
So
it ain't bragging when it's the truth.
Yeah, right.
that was a good experience, man. They treated a brother right.
Good.
I got
Good.
chauffeured. I had to park somewhere, and it was a nice parking lot. It was nice pavement. They just did the concrete, and they told me where the bus was. I got in the bus to have some peanuts and shit, and, a little bitty ass can of Pepsi and shit. It was cool. It was a little bitty ass midget.
That was the mini Pepsi before mini Pepsi was out.
Yeah, it was a midget one, but
For
we was
the-
only
that was
going
just
down
for
the
the
street.
ride.
Though. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that
was
was
only
just
going
for-
like 10
that was
minutes.
like a
It
little
was
sip.
just some shit
Just a
like
little
that.
sip.
But when we got there, you go to this trailer, you go sign in, you be in the pavilion and shit because it was nice outside. You know, you have your stuff that's with you. You know, you cool. You sign in and they got your name. All right, cool. How you doing, Mr. Adams? You know, and all that. You know, you go get your clothes and let's see what you got. And no, we got you. You know, they take the new clothes out. They take the price tags off of them. They snap the price tag off of them and say, here, you go put this on. You go in the trailer, put it on, and they go ahead and look at you. You don't need no makeup. You look fine. You know, they do my hair. You know, might brush the tips or whatever. All right. You know, and when you go in, you go in. You know, once you're on set, though, you on set.
Nice.
That's why it be, you know, people don't know it be a long time. Once you're on there, you're there. You ain't no walking out, I gotta piss. Ain't no, ain't.
Oh,
ain't
wow.
No.
So you better do that before you go.
Oh, no. You gotta piss. Your bladder's good, right? Well, it will be after this, motherfucker.
Ooh, I gotta go before it starts, baby.
So
first, hold on, real quick.
Everything you do, you want to go ahead and do it beforehand because it's all there for you. If you're hungry, go ahead and eat.
But wait a minute, you mean I can't run to the bathroom real quick?
If it's a cut, you don't want to leave because they might need to do it again. That shit happens.
Oh, for the scene itself. Yeah, I get it.
So when they cut, you know, you might be like, hey, we're gonna switch it up, and you missed it. You come back doing it the same way.
I get that.
You fucking fired.
So if your brain is anything like mine, by you being a creator and a person that creates things, like I know you were on that set and I know you did what you were supposed to do, but I know you were also like observing everything, taking everything in, seeing how they do stuff. How was that process for you on that set? What did you take away from that set that you use today?
I take how they did it and the sequences they do it to make when I need some certain sequences to come out right. And that's the Hollywood style that make a lot of mines come out good. But I went to Tyler Perry's studio in 2019. I did some film work. That was my main.
Talk about that. How was that experience at the Tyler Perry studios?
I only got a little bit that I can say about that, but that was my main learning experience. That was right before COVID, 2019. I called COVID down there, brought it back, and gave it to everybody.
Carrier.
Good luck and
Spreader.
Congratulations. I'm sorry, but
it was worth it.
You have to be.
It's worth it.
No.
You have to be. Nobody died. You have to be
happy ending.
Strict. You have to be strict, but you have to be understanding. You have to understand people's time. You have to respect people's time. But you have to not allow so much shit on your set, or your movie gonna come out exactly like you're getting on your set, like shit. A lot of times, us as writers, filmmakers, our stuff don't come out how we got it in our head, and that's understandable. You know, it'll break you down, man. But don't let it. You got to keep going.
Right.
But you got to control your set. And you got to give yourself time to think if this is how it's going to go. When you have, everybody don't have a lot of stuff that I have that's in my corner. But let me quickly put myself in the shoes of somebody who don't have nobody in their corner. But you have God in your corner and you have yourself. So you'll have to keep pushing. You'll have to validate yourself. You can't look for everybody to validate you.
Right.
You're gonna ask people to validate you, and people are gonna say, that's a piece of shit, and it's gonna bring you down. So why even ask them?
Right.
So my advice to you is, if you know and if you like your shit, then it's good. If you did it, it's good. I don't give a fuck if nobody liking it, because guess what? There's some people that don't like my shit, and they're entitled to. It's all good. That's why it's their opinion.
Right.
But for every 1 or 2 people, there's like 4, 5 fucking million people watching my shit on TV. So I don't give a fuck about them people.
You know what? One of the things that I'm taking away from this interview, and and thank you for giving us your time, by the way.
Oh, for sure.
One of the things that you said, and you touched on it, you went past, but it was very important. You said your family always supported you.
Always, yeah.
Yes.
And so, like, moving forward, we got to do better. When we know better, we do better. Like, as parents and as, like, older people that's, like, supporting the youth, don't spit on their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, don't do that.
Yeah.
His parents supported his dreams, and
don't
it's
do
like
that stupid ass shit.
You know what I tell my son? I always told him to go for his dreams, because you can always end up with one of these lame ass jobs, because that's all these jobs are jobs. They're jobs to pay the bills, their jobs to pay for what you need until what your dream is pays for everything.
You gotta go for what you got, man.
Yeah.
Because for the simple fact, man, if you don't, then what you got?
I mean, until you can. I'm saying, as a kid, if you're staying with somebody and living with somebody, do your damnedest to try for your dream until you have to get a real job. And then when you have a real job, you do that after your real job. You know what I mean? You keep fighting for said dream, but try it as early as you can, is what I'm saying.
I can say my mama is subscribed to my YouTube channel.
That's what's up. Yeah.
She just learning how to do all that shit. But you know, it's been years since she been doing. But she know how to text and all that shit. You know, I'm 45, so you know, I'm talking about my mama. You know, what I'm saying? She over it. You know, what I mean, she know how to text and all that shit. You know what I mean? But for if I drop something on YouTube, if I send it to her, But I drop something, she hitting me up like, I seen that on YouTube. You know what I mean? So you know that means a lot to me, man. You know, my this you know, Residence Kids. I'm gonna close y'all out with this. You know, Residence Kids. I was blessed. I was blessed on everything.
Residence Kids. Remember that name.
Blessed on everything. Let's get that on the table. I was blessed on everything. Even the most thing was waking up this morning. But
definitely,
Residence Kids. I have my mother-in-law in there. I have my aunt. I have my daughter, my stepdaughter. I have a host of friends. Who else I got in there? But for me to have those people in there,
right?
That says a lot.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that's like
I'm telling you right now,
a time capsule, and that's just something
they put their time to come, and they roles ain't just like they walking past.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you all that right now. They roles is very efficient.
Well, I would hope so. It's somebody, you know, because you put him, you know. Well, no, this is your daughter, right?
Well, yeah, my daughter. Oh yeah, my daughter's a main character.
Yeah,
what I'm talking about, my mother-in-law, my aunts, they got some efficient. But my daughter, she's a main. She's on the poster.
Okay, she's on the poster. Yeah.
But no, she's the one who was recording the shit. Who got the shit started.
Yeah.
So, but no, that's just a blessing to me.
Nice.
You know, and then my wife helped produce it and stuff like that, and for her to come on the scene one time a little bit to see me, I was actually on set and I was doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Muay Thai.
Whatever you call that or whatever. I did some.
You know what? Like once again, shout out to Raymelle Adams support system for not spitting on his dreams. He's living proof that, you know, anything can be done anywhere, because we in Cleveland. Yeah. You know, people, you know, they don't talk entertainment and they make movies and, you know, it's their reality. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, you know, you go to school or you get a good job and, you know, things like that. But, you know, it's okay to think outside the box. It's okay to have other desires and other dreams to do other things.
Yeah, I want to say this too real quick before, you know, congratulations, man, because I appreciate that. You've brought your own thoughts, your own ideas, and you've brought them to life. You know what I'm saying? And it's something for somebody to think about stuff and say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But no, this is something you've said, no, I'm going to do this shit. And you actually wrote everything down. You came up with these ideas. You got individuals, you know, people around you, whatever it may be, to partake in your idea. Yep. Filmed it, learned all this stuff, edited it all together in a great way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Added other things to it and put it out there. And it takes a lot of dedication. It's, you know what I mean? It's not something that people, you know, normally in a regular life just do. You know what I'm saying? It's something you were dedicated to, and congratulations and continued success for sure.
When people, they be sarcastic and you ask them how they doing, they be like, living a dream. Right.
Motherfuckers ain't living it, motherfuckers.
But you could literally say that. Yeah. And you making people a part of your dream, and you capturing it on film.
And Lightweight making their dreams come true, because look, I didn't do much. I was part of a movie, you know, shout out to Javon Bates. You know, he gave me a part. Only because I was at a comedy show that he produced, and he was like, "Hey, you want to do a part in the movie?" I'm like, I don't know.
Like, man, come on, man.
It wasn't until like the second time where he was like, I got a good part for you. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll do it. And you know, it was fun. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's something to do, and it's out there for the world. You know what I mean? Everything is what it is. But when you put something and you have an idea, and you get people together to create the idea and you put it out there, man, it says a lot, man.
Absolutely.
And continued success. Is all
Yes,
I'm saying,
sir.
man. Keep
we
grinding,
had
baby.
Mr. Raymelle Adams
Yes,
on
we
the
did.
Midnight Paco Podcast. Yo,
Yeah.
Jay, where can they find you at, baby?
Everybody, you can follow me at Justin Fuller Comedy on all platforms.
I am the_great_COREE. That's where you can find me, or you can find us both at the Midnight Paco Podcast.
That's right.
Mr. Raymelle Adams, where can they find you at once again?
Yeah.
Just Google me,
Google.
Raymelle Adams. Just go to your Google or Siri. They'll tell you who I am.
I have everything in the description. Man.
That's right.
All the
Hey,
links.
Everything you need to know will be in there. All my movies, all that stuff. All the pictures of me and my wife, all that shit y'all be wanting to see. Paparazzi already did it. Don't even worry about it. They
baby.
already did it. And the new shit will be coming out soon. when
Shit,
we
he
do
was
other
Hollywood and Cleveland for draft day. How about that? He didn't even have to go to Hollywood. They came to him.
They came to him.
shit. Somebody asked me that before. I said, no. They said, you ain't going to Hollywood. I said, I am Hollywood.
I am Hollywood.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Midnight Paco Podcast.
Thank you, everybody. Peace out.
Midnight Paco. Midnight Paco Podcast. Midnight Paco. Midnight Paco Podcast. Midnight Paco. Midnight Paco Podcast.